Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Right and wrong.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Right and wrong.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Whoa.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Whoa.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Right and wrong.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Right and wrong.
Welcome to Right and Wrong. This is the show where we try to wake up the woke by talking common sense about the issues of the day. I'm your host, Brian Ruka, and with me as always over there is my man and yours, producer Juice. They like to call him the Truth Box, ladies and gentlemen, out on the World Wide Web, because he just loves to speak the truth all day, every day. My man, Truth Box, what is going on tonight?
Ruins? Whoa! 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 Whoa!
My man is fired up. We got a big game tonight, huh, my man?
You know it. You saw it with the stick. Whoa.
That was
Yeah, dude.
great.
I'm fired up. Bees and seven. Everybody's fired up, probably, except for Bass, it seems, nowadays.
Yeah, the kid hates it. Just trying to troll all day. We even got Joe Power on board. He's usually a big-time hater with that stuff, but let's go, baby. Let's go, Bees. Here we go. All right. Well, hopefully they can take care of business, force that game 7. And before we jump into things here, I guess I wanted to get something off my chest because it really got to me not too long ago. But just the other night, sitting down to a lovely dinner with my family. And what do I happen to see outside? Little kid walking through the neighborhood with a dog on the leash, dragging her along. Stops, drops a massive deuce right on my front lawn. See her yelling back to the adults down the street. Keep an eye out. Look out the window. They're down there yucking it up. Give it a few minutes. Wait. I see these people start to go into their house. They were just going to let it go. So I had to go out there, go walking down. Never talked to these people before. They're the neighbors. I know the guy 2 houses down. And
he said,
hey, what's up, guys? Oh, nothing. I got a massive deuce on my lawn over there. What's up? Oh, sorry, didn't notice it. And I have to go walking down, terrible, man. And I even say, I'm hey, hate for this to be the first impression, but rather not have that sitting there when I go to walk out there, Oh yeah, this is his favorite
they
spot.
made the
do
first.
That.
They said that.
Yeah, and I'm I hope better not be. And that was it. And
He'll end up like Odie boy.
Yes, dude. No apology. No feeling bad about it. What are we doing here? And I know you're a dog owner. I know plenty of dog owners out there, but how can you do that? You wouldn't do that with yours, would you?
It's day one stuff. He goes in the back. Yeah, random. He doesn't go out often for a walk because he'd die. But
and
if we got the bags. If we got the bags, I don't even want him to pee because he has that alpha pee. It can burn a hole in your grass. People care. Wow. You've seen some of the lawns near the house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It turns a spot of the grass.
Oh, yeah. You can't let that out on the neighbors. Dude, terrible.
Some people have some nice lawns. So
it just aggravates me because then I'm sure I'm the a-hole in their dinner conversation. Oh, can you believe the guy
how they won't be saying that. Dude, we got caught. Hopefully the conversation is, hey, let's keep the dog on a tighter leash.
I would hope so. Like, it's like, come on, man. It makes me end up not liking dogs more. As someone who, like, I don't have no ambitions of ever owning one because I don't want to deal with that. Like, honestly, I'll hang out with your dog when I see it. Other people's dogs, great, no problem. But dude, it's the dog owners out there that drive me bananas. So I'm sorry, had to get that one off my chest, buddy.
You mean the fur mamas? Dog mom. Like,
don't get me going on that.
My
babies.
Shih Tzu smarter than your honest dude.
Oh yeah.
Like,
but it's so, dude, it's a dog world and we're just living in it, evidenced by the fact that Christine Noem's political career is over because of her dog story. Yet people like the person we're going to get to in our first segment can talk about supporting baby murder, and nobody really stops twice to think about that. So it's crazy.
Mask, last thing before that, mask children, but don't muzzle dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's okay to
Exactly.
Right. RFK with his socks on.
Well, before we get RFK in his socks, why don't we welcome in our good friend from the airport, Mr. Ric Flair, because it is showtime, baby. Woo!
Showtime! Woo! Woo!
Love it. All right. As we alluded to, this story is one that was making the rounds where RFK went on with Sage Steele to do an interview. He wore those fuzzy socks.
I know, like, he's fine, but that's hard to listen to, right?
It's tough.
And it's sad. Like, that's yeah. Like, you did that joke.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do?
Limits, so whatever. Nothing. I'm like,
no,
whatever. Fat, anything, whatever. Like, that's hilarious, but it's sad. And it's hard. But what I'm saying is it's hard to listen to. Like, I would listen to, like, if it was between, like, Biden and him, like, I would vote for him. Like, I would listen to it if you had to. But if I was on the fence about something, and like they were both equal, like, and you had one policy, but if he was, we'll get to what he's not.
100%. Let's go with the guy with the normal voice.
Yeah, all things being equal,
dude. And quite frankly, it sounds like that hurts too. Like, I hope it doesn't.
He says it doesn't.
Okay.
But hurts my ears though.
Yeah.
Just play the clip.
So he did a clip with he was on with Sage Steele, and the topic of abortion got brought up, and let's let the man have his say here.
So in other words, keeping it as is, with Roe versus Wade having been overturned, and leaving it up to the states to determine if and when a woman can have an abortion?
No, I wouldn't leave it to the states.
You wouldn't, right?
No, I would.
You would say completely. It's up to the woman.
My belief is we should leave it to the woman. We shouldn't have government involved.
Even if it's full term?
Even if it's full term.
Okay. And I think that's what...
Wow. I feel less bad about making fun of him now.
Yeah.
Killing, even if it's full term, so we can strangle them.
Yeah. Horrible. Like, I can't believe he actually said that. It almost like seemed like she was giving him a little bit of breathing room to like clarify and make sure, like, like trying to kind of, like it was a normal conversation.
Even if it's on her. Yeah. And they go on a bit more. He doesn't save himself by any means.
No. And he's been trying to walk it back since then and talk about like, oh, it's a very rare circumstance that happens late term, like, health of the woman he tries to fall back on, which is like, all right, if the baby is basically in the third trimester and in the health of the woman's in question, it's my understanding that a C-section is right there as an option. The first choice doesn't have to be abort the pregnancy to save the mom. C-section and will save both of them. Or, obviously if it's a little too early, premature, the baby's life is going to be in jeopardy after the fact, but let's get the baby out, do what we can to save the baby, and mom's going to be okay too. So I don't know, like that one seems a little crazy to me, but he just went.
But he doesn't even say that. So whatever.
I know. I'm saying that because that's kind of how he tried to clarify it after the fact, like his people and stuff putting out a statement, and that was kind of the angle he tried to go. And it's just like, dude, no.
Yeah,
no.
but they do this saying like, okay, maybe this will get eyeballs. Like, you know how they ever do like editor's note, oh, the story we were actually wrong or whatever, right? The front page headline. Yeah. And then they would do a retraction on like the last page. Yeah. Like, so they're hoping for that. Oh, I'm that and that. Oh, but if you search hard enough and you want him to be a candidate, you could see that he said this. Yeah, but like he could grab this people too who aren't going to look for the retraction. Yeah. Whatever.
And again, though, like it's like he had the opportunity to clarify himself then and there. Like, why do you have to find out the backlash? Like, see that it's starting to, oh man, we messed up here, and now you have to give it more detail, give it more of an explanation. You know what I mean? Like, no, you're okay with that. It's a difficult situation. It's a difficult answer to deal with if you're pulling from the left, if your base is with the left, if you're a career Democrat who's, got the last name Kennedy, which is Democratic royalty. It's a difficult thing to answer where you're going to come away okay from it. So he struggles with it. He doesn't want to come across as a heartless, baby murderer, but he also doesn't want to be accused of stealing women's reproductive rights, like from the people that are going to make up his base. So he doesn't know how to handle it. He can't figure out the right way. And once he got crushed for it like this, he tries to split the situation and deflect. And even in his original answer, trying to dodge it by, well, I trust women to decide. Like, that's what I trust the mother. Like he'd said that a little bit before the clip we played too. It's like, okay, you're going to trust the mother to drown her 2-year-old in the tub? Like, no, like you're not going to be okay with that. So why are you okay with her doing it to a 6 week old inside her belly? Like, I'm throwing, my numbers are a little random, but you get what I'm saying.
A negative 3 months.
Negative. Yeah. Thank you. But come on.
Only 3 months baked or whatever. Don't say a clump of cells. I know you're trying to avoid a fetus or a clump of cells because.
Yeah. No.
You said a 6-week-old in
6 week
utero.
6 week old baby that's not born yet inside the belly. Yes.
Yeah, which is still. Yeah.
6 weeks after conception. How about that? But yeah, it's just it's nuts. I can't believe that he actually said that. And to the point that I kind of made in the open there is Kristi Noem's political career is over because she mentioned killing her dog, putting her dog down in a book that she's writing, as stupid as it can be. She did this 12 years ago, whatever it was, and it's a dog. And it was career suicide for her. This guy's up there supporting full-term abortion, and he's still pulling in the double digits.
Fluffy socks, rubbing them on the carpet. Like, there's something wrong about having that conversation.
It really is.
I'm a fuzzy sock guy. Like,
yeah. No, I don't like the sock thing either.
Is that her bit?
Don't like it. That's her bit. Yeah.
Steal?
She was an ESPN anchor who got kind of not Me Too'd. Sorry. She got basically booted because of objecting to like the vax and like stuff like that. Not in on COVID. She's good.
And later on in that thing, she's like, "Oh, even you're a Catholic and blah blah blah."
Oh yeah. No, she's good.
Yeah. I just don't like the fuzzy socks. I don't like
I don't like that either. And that's what she does. Like every time she starts she does like a sit down interview with people. And she's like, "Oh, I want to get personal."
Now I'm okay with it. I'm like,
I invite them into my house. And she's like, I love fuzzy socks. So here you go. And my guest, I offer you a pair of fuzzy socks. Get comfortable. I want to talk normal. I don't want it to be a stuffy conversation.
That's what breaks the barrier down.
That's why he was comfortable enough to say that to her. He let his guard down in those fuzzy socks.
I'm surprised they didn't say that, like the social media team. Did you not see the fuzzy socks? He doesn't really mean that.
Yeah.
He put the fuzzy back.
Oh yeah, good point. His team. I think she gave the fuzzy socks and he just thought he was going to be in a safe space. So I don't know, but yeah.
I didn't even know you were recording. I thought we were just in your house. Friends having a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Just a couple of friends having a conversation here. All right.
Killing babies, killing brews, and killing babies.
Oh man, killing these uncomfortable political shoes. That's what he was doing. You know, he's in dress shoes all day long.
Like those DeSantis heels. You know those heels?
Oh, yeah, those big boots. All right, let's slide into our next conversation here, which is going to be commencement speeches. Right, Juice? There's been a lot of stuff going on. People are graduating right now, as long as they're not getting boycotted by Hamas lovers. They're able to still have a graduation in some places. And I guess the first one we're going to go to here was from Ohio State, given by a very eloquent, very great, enthusiastic speaker by the name of Chris Pan.
Get started by moving our energy, getting our energy flowing. So if you're able to, please stand and follow my movement. Wake up in the morning and take a deep breath, get real high, and scream at the top of my lungs.
If you're going to do that, Juice, if you're going to do that, you better either be able to belt it out there with the best of them, be able to dance like Michael Jackson, something.
Just zero enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Just come on. Just wake up in the morning and step outside.
Yeah.
We gotta. It gets worse, but
it does get worse. It gets very cringy.
It's already chopped it up a little bit.
It's already cringy, but dude, how about even at the very beginning? If you're able to stand, how cool is that? If you're able to stand, I encourage you to please join. All right, let's keep it going.
Okay. All right, everybody, to the right. Hey, left. Hey. Tap your arms. Other side. All right, now stomp. Hey. All right, now just bounce a little bit. We got this. All right, now put your hand on your heart. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, okay, good. Wow, much better, right?
Clap your arms if you're able to. If you're able to.
Dude,
now
again,
stomp.
Once he did that stomp, if he could actually dance like people that are trained dancers,
and then they kick the beat even more.
Yeah, that could have been something.
I said, hey.
Yeah,
what's going on?
Because that would have got the crowd into it. Instead, you got the one lady trying to get her boyfriend dancing with her.
You see the guy next to him, looking at him. Seeing the guy next to him, just
no.
Oh,
yes. Get that kid out there.
If you're able to,
he would have had the crowd going. Oh man, is that it for Chris Pan?
No, I got one more. Got one more cut of him.
Oh boy.
So then he does a speech, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Actually, he amped them up. But in between, what we're not showing you, he tried to peddle Bitcoin to them, too, for 20 minutes. He talked all about it, and he kept pushing it. He kept pushing Bitcoin. He's like an investor.
It's a blockchain. Think of it as a blockchain. We need these computers.
Yeah. And then he ended
it with this one. He amped him up. You saw how fired up he got him.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Can't contain that crowd.
Stomp your feet, right?
Yep.
And he brings it back down at the end. So let's see.
Where I go as we go out to the world. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Thank you all so much. It's been an honor. I love you all. Go Bucks. OH!
Dong.
Dong, Grandpa is talking to you.
Dong. Where is my automobile? Automobile? Leg. Big leg.
Why, you little scuzz.
I meant to have that teed up right away.
That's okay.
Because like when people like looking around, right? Like after he did all that,
like what's going on here?
No one was doing. I'm gonna let like
no.
And a dong.
I think they would have been better off with that, with Long Duck Dong giving the speech.
Yeah,
would have been much more entertaining.
It's the same guy, right? No, I thought that's why he's doing it.
Is it?
Who's Chris Pan?
He's a Bitcoin investor guy, entrepreneur. Nonsense.
I thought he was just
really
this
him.
guy. No, I thought it was.
Get out of here.
And then we're going.
No,
like the local actor.
No.
You're just doing like Asian people look alike.
No, I'm just giving Long Duck Dong because I think he would have been a better representation for a commendable Asian speaker. Like, come on, man.
No,
that's like that guy was horrible.
Was the same guy.
No, horrible. He tried to peddle Bitcoin and have a sing along with them, and nobody was going for it. People were pissed. He could barely get the people behind him. And actually, come to find out after the fact, the dude did an interview, a podcast with somebody, and he said that he wrote the speech while high on hallucinogenics or something. Like, he's trying to say that like after the fact. I was trying to open my mind with this.
That's exactly what Dong's doing.
Exactly. Dong was ahead of his time, I guess.
You can't convince me it's not the same guy. So
it might be. But we could put it in the comments for everybody maybe after the fact. Get someone to fact check it for us.
Anything else happened in commencement?
Yeah, so great commencements going around. A real quick one here comes from Jerry Seinfeld talking at Duke. And I just think he's awesome anyways. I love Jerry. Like, still my favorite show. Like, I still watch it almost every night. But
it's a good show. Jerry's overrated, but
no, he's good. Dude, he's good. But he gives some great advice to these kids, adults graduating college here. So you want to tee him up for us, Juice?
I will give you my 3 real keys to life, no jokes in this part. Okay, they are, number 1, bust your ass. Number 2, pay attention. Number 3, fall in love.
What's the deal with these kids coming out of college? Have you ever noticed nobody's busting their ass anymore? Is anybody falling in love?
It's all Tinder and Grindr.
What is the deal with these apps? You just swipe to the left. What happens on the left?
Yeah, it's all Tinder and Grindr, not Whiner and Diner.
Oh, that was good. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, more of a Grindr guy, no?
I don't know. I don't want to cop to anything there. I don't want to admit to anything. I don't want to get caught up in anything what you're pulling on me here. I know you're running a bit on me. I don't want to be part of it. I just want to be part of Chris Pan, Long Duck Dong's Bitcoin scheme. That's what I'm in on. All right.
Just a reverse funnel. It's a reverse funnel. Like, right? The reverse funnel system.
What was that, Charlie?
Always, like
it was always sunny, right?
Mac and
probably a dentist kind of a scheme or something. Oh, it's great. But yeah, Seinfeld.
Frank's trapped in the thing. Remember? He's like, flip it upside down. It's a pyramid.
Oh yeah.
Stuck in the
funnel. In the playground at the playground thing. Yes, he's like in his underwear.
Move past it. Like, how'd you get in there? Move past it.
Yeah, get
Why
back,
you
let's
in
get
your
past there.
underwear?
We're just gonna get me out of here. The park's about to open. Oh, it's good. Well, I just thought, like I said, Jerry did a great job there. Kind of basic advice, but he's right. Like basic to the point. Let's go, man. And it's true. More people need to hear that. They don't need to be hearing the stupid sing along from the Bitcoin guy. And I guess we'll bring it home with the best commencement speech that's been going around. And this is causing a shit storm out there for everybody. You're getting an opinion one way or another from people on this one, but it's
Dude,
Harrison.
did you see your text
Butler.
recently?
No, what?
Got a recent text that. So I don't know if you want to say it before or after the speech. Okay, there's this speech that's what's the word you were saying?
Everybody knows about it. Oh, it's
No.
divisive one way or another.
Yeah.
Right? People have an opinion on it.
Controversial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. But I'm saying you got a text from Fran Jorsk, and it says it's the #1 selling jersey, men and women's,
yes.
on the website. People
Love
are like
that.
supporting it.
Dude, I'm definitely getting
the
this.
#1 jersey.
I don't know if I'm really
Yeah.
into jerseys anymore. Like, I think I've aged out of like actual jerseys. The only one, you still have that awesome one, Griswold Chicago Blackhawks jersey. That thing has no age limit on that.
Mhm.
But as far as wearing an actual player's jersey, I think I might be a little past that. But I might get the T-shirt. Get the T-shirt with the guy's name. Exactly. Like what you're rocking.
Okay. These are in play. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with those. It's a T-shirt. But I'm saying like the
Mhm.
full-on authentic jersey. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
know. Yeah, when it's like $300. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Let's play the
exactly.
speech though. So
All right.
what's his
Let's see
name?
what he had to
Something
say. Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker, speaking at a Catholic college graduation.
Our own nation is led by a man who publicly and proudly proclaims his Catholic faith, but at the same time is delusional enough to make the sign of the cross during a pro-abortion rally. He has been so vocal in his support for the murder of innocent babies that I'm sure to many people it appears that you can be both Catholic and pro-choice. He is not alone. From the man behind the COVID lockdowns to the people pushing dangerous gender ideologies onto the youth of America, they all have a glaring thing in common. They are Catholic. This is an important reminder that being Catholic alone doesn't cut it. These are the sorts of things we are told in polite society to not bring up. The difficult and unpleasant things. But if we are going to be men and women for this time in history, we need to stop pretending that the Church of Nice is a winning proposition. We must always speak and act in charity, but never mistake charity for cowardice. It is safe to say that over the past few years, I've gained quite the reputation for speaking my mind. I never envisioned myself nor wanted to have this sort of a platform, but God has given it to me, so I have no other choice but to embrace it and preach more hard truths about accepting your lane and staying in it. As members of the church founded by Jesus Christ, it is our duty and ultimately privilege to be authentically and unapologetically Catholic. Don't be mistaken, even within the church, people in polite Catholic circles will try to persuade you to remain silent. There even was an award-winning film called Silence, made by a fellow Catholic, wherein one of the main characters, a Jesuit priest, abandoned the church and as an apostate, when he died, is seen grasping a crucifix, quiet and unknown to anyone but God. As a friend of Benedictine College, His Excellency Bishop Robert Barron said in his review of the film, it was exactly what the cultural elite want to see in Christianity: private, hidden away, and harmless. Our Catholic faith has always been countercultural. Our Lord, along with countless followers, were all put to death for their adherence to her teachings. The world around us says that we should keep our beliefs to ourselves whenever they go against the tyranny of diversity, equity, and inclusion. We fear speaking truth because now, unfortunately, truth is in the minority.
Amen. Right? Want that guy kicking a last-second field goal for my team any day of the week.
Hell yeah, even if he's gonna miss, dude. Just
He
bring
nailed
the truth
it,
to
though.
the locker room, and that's
Absolutely.
crazy. That's Dick Butkus' grandkid. What? Keith Butkus. Right? Keith Butkus.
Harrison Butker. Oh, I love it.
You know,
yeah, but like, how great is the point he makes about like the man in office right now publicly proclaims his Catholic faith constantly. Something I talk about a lot. You talk about, and we've mentioned it a lot on the show. But Biden goes around calling himself a devout Catholic all the time. And to the point being made in the speech there, how many people out there now see that and think it's okay and think it's accepted to be a pro-life Catholic? I mean, a pro-abortion Catholic. Sorry. But you
remember our best clip of all time was you messing up. Like we had this, like we went viral, I would consider it.
We got a ton of clicks.
And it was like, let's see what he hears to say.
Yeah.
But no,
horrible.
But yeah, dude, it's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Remember, he says that he does. That's why I was doing that.
Yeah,
he
did it at a
rally,
Planned Parenthood. He was outside of it at Planned Parenthood when he did that.
But why? Like,
the lady was speaking, like, and said something. And
I know. No, like,
I know, but like, what
so
is
like
he thinking?
if like, even if you're okay, great, he's at this rally. If you're pro-choice, oh great, my guy, he's at the rally. But then he's doing that. Like, even seeing that, don't you be like, all right, I know we kind of like this is the only guy they're giving us, but like he's out to lunch. How can we get behind?
He really is. But like, I think he's that tapped where he thinks that like those two things could coincide with each other. Like he doesn't see the contradiction in it. Like, and again, I think that's kind of a lot of the theme in that speech by Butker there is that that's the way the Catholic faith has been like beaten down to over the course of the last 50, 60 years or whatever, where instead of being firm in their beliefs, firm in staying countercultural, which is also something he mentioned, I think the Catholic Church has tried to cave and cater and adapt to the world around it too much and tried to reach people where they are, almost like the same as like that Jesus washed feet commercial that we talked about. It's like the church tried to like bend a little in oh, we want to reach the young kids, as opposed to sticking firm to the truth and to their beliefs and to their doctrine. And we need to get back to that. And again, I think that's the theme of his entire speech, if you ask me. And he just nails it point by point by point.
I agree.
Right?
It was great.
Right. I love it. He also said that thing about the silence, right? Like that film.
Oh, yeah,
be in a corner,
private,
like, be away, be private, out of view. Where it's like, again, the mission of our faith, the mission of what we do, in what we believe in, who we believe in, and why we believe in him, tells us that we're supposed to share that. We're supposed to spread that.
What do they
message.
say at the end of Mass? After the thing, name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, leave now and go spread the good news, or something to that effect, whatever the deacon or whoever wants to yell out at that time.
Yep.
You know, after the priest has the blessing.
Yeah.
Go spread the good news of the gospel. At least at mine, they say.
Yeah.
That.
No, you're 100% right.
Go now in peace and spread the news.
Exactly. It's not go and sit in a corner and be quiet about it, or like he touched on the politeness, the church of nice, like, right? Because it is difficult, and you don't have to be. This is something I should work on more. But it's like you have to be respectful but unapologetically Catholic. Like, I've trouble with the respectfulness of it at times and speaking the right way, because you don't want to, like, you want to promote it without, like, I don't want to be bashing people and killing them like over it, but you also want to be firm with those beliefs and like, hey, it is what it is. Like, I don't want to sugarcoat it here, but I also don't need to be degrading with the way I say it. Like, that's what you got to watch out for, even though it's infuriating to see something like abortion supported by so many people. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'd like to think that there's a ton of those people that do support abortion that just don't realize the magnitude of what it is they support and haven't thought about it enough. So instead of turning them off by being too blunt about it, like, you got to do it in a way that's going to be compassionate, understanding, yet persuasive, to be like, listen, this is crazy. And I think he was very eloquent the way he said it and the way he put that. So, but of course he's being killed all over social media for it. People have already got a petition going around trying to get the Chiefs to release him. The NFL's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Office put out a statement saying that he made those comments in his own life, like, nothing affiliated with the NFL, like we at the NFL promote inclusion, equity, and diversion, inclusion, equity, and what's the other one? Diversity,
equity. Yeah, but what does that have to do with this?
Because his whole speech was like 20 minutes long, and he does talk about like DEI. He says it in there.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
He said the gender ideology.
Yeah, gender ideology, DEI,
dude, he crushed it.
He did. He there's a ton of women upset because he talked about his wife and how.
But you saw what I said? They have the number, his jersey.
Oh, yeah. His jersey, he's
women's
doing great.
And men's. Women's and men's top.
Oh, yeah. No, that's great. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing. But I've seen people killing him because he talked about his wife's greatest thing that she does, and like, she didn't really start living her life until she became a homemaker. Like, you know what I mean? And like a mom and a homemaker and stuff.
Right?
Yeah, it was awesome. I thought it was great. But that was the point he was making. Like, there's a ton of you women out here in the crowd right now getting your college degree, and you're going to go get a career and a salary and try and move up the corporate ladder. Basically, I'm paraphrasing here.
Oh yeah, but that's the clip that's making the rounds. That's and we put on a different clip.
And the best moment is her moment as a mom. Like, you know what I mean? That was the point he made on that. And again, he's right.
We should have used that clip.
I know, that was a good one too. But he starts tearing up talking about her. It's his high school sweetheart and stuff too. And it's just, I don't know, people who can't get past that, like drive me bananas, man. So watch the speech, watch the whole thing. I think it was great. And I don't know, you're going to see a lot of negative reaction to it, but if you see it in context, if you hear it from him, I think it makes a world of difference, as opposed to like reading a snippet from it without knowing anything about it. So that's all I got on that. You got anything else to add to him? Great stuff.
That's great.
That's the stuff we need our college grads to hear. All right, let's go. Don't forget too, please subscribe to the show. If you haven't yet created a YouTube account, you don't have to post your own videos or anything, but please just create a little YouTube account so that you can properly subscribe and like our show. That stuff really helps. We have been growing our fan base from about 5 to 10, so we're doing okay there. Please help us bring that 10 to it.
Create a couple of accounts, right?
Yeah, man. Hook us up. That'd be nice. All right. Juice, you got some things that you like and dislike again for us from the past week?
Couple clips. Great
love it.
Hates.
Ooh, baby.
This first one, I don't know where to start. Great or hate. This one's kind of like in the middle. It's infuriating, but it's also hilarious. So
okay.
What's his name? Ernie Adams.
The Patriots guy.
Eric Adams.
New York.
We have a brand, Adams.
Yep. Kansas ain't a brand.
He's talking about having, putting undocumented workers to work, etc. And see where he goes with it.
That states those jobs that we are in high demand, we could expedite. How do we have a large body of people that are in our city and country that are excellent swimmers, and at the same time we need lifeguards? And the only obstacle is that we won't give them the right to work to become a lifeguard.
What?
I think he's just like stereotyping, like, oh, the illegals swam across the Rio Grande, so they're strong swimmers. So make them the lifeguard. Like that. What he's saying?
That's where he's going with that.
Us black people can't swim, but these people are strong swimmers. Let's get them as lifeguards.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe if he's talking about Cuban refugees, we might buy that. Like, didn't they make that from Cuba?
Oh yeah, they just walk over the little thing. Yeah,
he's talking about the guys coming from Mexico, man. I don't know. You see the lady behind him too? She was loving it, giving him the old
strong swimmers. You need some strong swimmers around here.
Need some swimmers. Need lifeguards. Crazy.
Yeah, like I just
what else you got?
What he's going for? I got Fetterman. What do they say? Based Fetterman. Yeah, like someone trying. They catch you before you're going up to your office or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I'm starting to side with him more and more. So
I think we're turning into Team Fetterman over here.
Yeah, watch how this ends. It's funny.
Hi, Senator.
I didn't expect this.
No,
I didn't. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm from Chester County, in Pennsylvania, and I am really concerned about the way that pipelines are being built in our communities and on our in our backyards, threatening our lives, our water. And in 2018, you actually joined us for a protest when you were running for lieutenant governor of the pipeline running through Chester County through my community. And you, why the change of heart? Why aren't you standing with people of Pennsylvania right now?
Well, I would be more.
I would be more.
And that's like him, like kind of like he's doing a bit, but almost kind of messing it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But he'd be like,
but
like he's like, dude, he's pro pipeline. It seems like now, like,
wow, yeah,
like,
okay,
right?
okay.
He's like, yeah, not this, and he's like, I'd still like to see him in a suit, but it's like he's like, press the button. He's like, oh well, less, more.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do with that, and just lets it go. Oh, that's awesome. You know what? I feel for that.
You saw that before?
The what?
Did you seen that before?
No, I did. The first time for me.
That's funny, right?
But I feel for that girl a little bit too. Like that's your one shining moment. That's your one spot, like being side by side with someone, and you end up asking. It sounds like me, like trying to describe a clip. Like, dude, cut it down. Get to your point and ask a question. Don't let the thing. She spent all her time just.
Remember Chester County, and we were there with the pipeline and the thing.
She wasted it all. You get like, what's that? What do they say? Like, give me your elevator pitch, right?
Yeah.
Like, you got 30 seconds. Like, come on. Crazy.
That would have been even cut off sooner if it was just the elevator.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Walk the whole way and did the Chester County and do it. That's
crazy.
I don't know.
Crazy. She couldn't even get to her point. All right. Who else we got?
This is yours that you added in. You want to set it up?
Oh, I got this like an hour before showtime. It was great. Don't call me the V word, cousin Bonnie coming through clutch with this one with the old video share. So this is kind of sums up the Joe Biden presidency in a nutshell in song form. Apparently Trump shared this on his Truth Social account, and he's the one who like truthed it out, and then it started circulating on Twitter and stuff too. So go ahead and take it away.
He's an old guy, has dementia, can't lead us, and the country is screwed. Tells some big lies, barely speaks English, sniffs children, and their mom's hair too goes the wrong way. When he leaves his speeches, gets lost each day in the White House yard. All the Dems say that we should re-elect him. How can he run when walking is hard? And Joe keeps falling, yeah, he keeps falling, keeps falling, falling, yeah, he keeps falling, and Joe keeps
Oh, it's great. Incredible. I love, like, I lost it when that little bit where he's giving the speech with the Build Back Better sign in front of him and it falls over. It's awesome. They're going to build an economy that works from the middle out and the top in and up. Oh, that guy's horrible. Great job. All right, what else you got next?
I just got one I saw come back around. Remember this? You've seen it before. The bowling guy, 20, Pete Weber, 2012. Pro bowling Stanley Cup.
Okay.
And he's saying the pre-story is this kid was jeering him a little too hard from the studio audience, giving it to him a bit. He needs to get this strike, and then let's see what happens.
Strike to claim it, a strike to claim it, and he got it!
That's number 5. Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am. Get it right.
Who do you think you are? He's like, God damn it, that's right, I did it. Like, it was just right,
dude.
But who do you think you are? I am. And he said it was incredible. Like directed at this one like 10, 11-year-old.
Yeah, that kept razzing him the whole time. That is
so he wanted to be like whose fucking house is this? This is my house. But he goes, who do you think you are? I am.
That's incredible. That's like the real life, like what's his name? Kingpin dude.
Ernie McCracken.
McCracken. Yeah. Yeah. It's like seriously. Like, these people, like that guy's life must be like his real life. He looked rough. Like, and he's
but I think he's on I used to did a bit of bowling.
Oh yeah. You were good.
Those were the shoes. Good, like I think he had shoe deals. I think he had like shoe deals.
Did he really?
I think he's a top dog. Like
he's legit.
Like the guy, like Jordan's.
I love it.
P-dubs.
That's hilarious. Oh man.
Who do you think you are? I am.
All right.
It reminds me of that. I'm gonna say one more on that. There's this, that I love those when people mix up words. It's
like how I always do, right?
Yeah, mix them up, say the wrong thing.
The Modern Family.
It reminds me of one that I don't think it's actually like a video, but someone who wrote it on like a message board back in the day, playing. Yeah. He's like, picture yourself, you're me, playing, indoor soccer or whatever. The ball comes near you, near the goal, miss the ball, kick the goalie in the head, right? And instead of saying like, he goes like, instead of saying, I didn't say, are you okay? Or I'm fucking sorry. He goes, are you fucking sorry? After he kicked the guy. Kicks the guy in the head and goes, are you fucking sorry? Instead of being like, are you okay? Or something.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, reminds me of that.
That stuff's awesome.
Do you have anything else to say there?
No, dude. That was just a burp.
All right, I got
doing your bit on you.
I'm moving to
a little inside raw stuff for the audience out there.
I'm moving on to the star of some films such as Carlito's Way and I'm kidding. Bobby De Niro. Yeah, let's see what Bobby De Niro says, right? He's
okay.
Very opinionated.
People are not taking him seriously because you read about it historically in other countries that they didn't take the people seriously. I think Hitler, Mussolini, they're fools and clowns. Well, and I hear it. There's some people. I mean, who does not think that this guy is going to do exactly what he says he's going to do?
Right.
He's done it already.
Right.
And then what? We're going to sit around and say, what? We told you so? Or whoever, I told you so? It's going to happen. If he gets elected, it's going to change this country for everybody. Yeah. And they might think that it's going to make their life better, or they just want to, excuse my French, literally. people who support him with anger and hate, because that's what he's about, they're going to see. I mean,
the guy's going to do what he says, Juice. He's going to do what he says.
Make
You know what he's
America
gonna
great.
do? Thank you. Thank you. Yes, he's going to make America great again. Sorry, you have something. It looked like I jumped in.
No.
Ahead of
I
you. Oh.
got nothing. He said it all. He's out of control. All right.
That guy's terrible. He's horrible.
Like,
new
I
dad.
can't watch.
Proud new dad, too. He's got like a six-month-old. He's 85 years old or whatever. Like, piss off.
I know, but can't hate on that, though.
No, I mean, really? Like, should 85-year-old men be having children?
Oh, yeah, because you're not there for the trial.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of absurd. Like, sit back in your rocking chair. Sit under your own vine and fig tree, right?
Dude, he's the worst. I can't, like, I'm getting worse about, like, I can't, at some points I can, but I'm getting to the point where I can't separate it from,
I know. Like, you don't even want to watch anything he's in.
Goodfellas is great, right? He's
Yeah,
good.
I know. It's awesome. Goodfellas is my favorite movie of all time, and he crushes it.
Dude, I know, but he's such a tool.
But he's such a tool. I hate it. That's why I want to keep, like, I want to keep supporting the people we like, who do the things we like, and you know, not everything has been great so far, but like, I want to keep giving them opportunities to provide the content to us that we're looking for. And, you know, I think that's a good thing. The more we can get away from people like De Niro's of the world, or that sicko who was producing all those Nickelodeon shows, get away from those people and turn to places like, you know, Angel Studio and The Chosen People, the Daily Wire, you know, the Glenn Beck's company there, the Blaze, right? That Nefarious movie that came out by Steve Dace. That movie was awesome. That was really good. So it's like, I'd much rather watch things like that than deal with De Niro and his nonsense. So, all right, what else we got?
I think it was a day or so ago, I don't want to butcher it, but Special Patrolman's Memorial Day of some sort.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Fallen officers.
Yeah.
Fallen officers, police officers, you know, a memorial celebration, right?
Yeah.
And Biden, of course, he has to go put a speech. They could just not invite this guy. But let's see what Biden had to say, you know, to memorialize some fallen cops.
Okay.
Black hole in the middle of your chest. You feel like you're being sucked into. It's like losing part of your soul. I know. When my son Bo spent a year in Iraq, came home with stage 4 glioblastoma, was going to die, and he did. I know what it's like. I get a feeling that you all know as well, who have lost in the past.
Every time. That wasn't even like coherent at the end either. You two all know as well in the past. Like,
and the only thing you're supposed to basically say is, I can't possibly know how you're feeling right now. You know, but he's like, I know exactly how you feel. And this happened to me.
Yeah. It's happened to me. It was
black hole in your heart, Bo.
Yeah. Oh, you at the black hole in the heart stage yet? Oh, bear with us. It gets worse. Like, come on, man.
I know how you feel today, and it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't help but bring it up every time I see a dead person now. Like, horrible. Yeah. And we've called him out plenty of times for it. He does it all the time. It doesn't make you look sympathetic. It makes you look like a jackass. All right. What else we got?
They got, you know, the Amber Alert.
Yes.
You know, the
missing kid.
Child. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. These people in Massachusetts have a brighter idea. So let's see what's going on.
White woman is missing, and she's got the blonde hair, blue eyes, that kind of thing. The media attention is out of this world. But if a black woman goes missing, it's deaf ears.
House Bill 3913 would establish an executive office for missing and murdered black females that would, for one thing, keep track of the numbers. It would also create what sponsors are calling the Ebony Alert, modeled after the Amber Alert.
When will it stop?
That one's crazy because if it's an Amber Alert, regardless, that's including everybody. There's a missing child, whatever.
Yep.
So I feel like by making a second category of missing child alert, which should just be bells and whistles everywhere. We have a missing child. Be on the lookout. Making Ebony a child, like that's only going to take away. Okay, maybe there's some people, Amber Alert people, that oh, I'm not going to do that, or people only looking for Ebony. Like this is hurting the overall cause.
It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Like you're going to be
missing child alert. Oh, now we have to. Okay,
you know how you get the alerts on like your iPhone?
Card. Yeah.
There's going to be a function on the iPhone. You can actually turn off the Amber Alert notification. You can't turn off the Ebony Alert though.
Yeah,
that's what they're going to do.
Or even the fact that could be a thing. Like that probably will be a thing.
Insane. It's insane. And geniuses there spending time and effort and money to do that and then stand up there and grandstand about it. Horrible. That's crazy. What else? You got one more?
Yeah, I got one more. It was kind of crazy. The clip's not that awesome, but it's the Prime Minister of Slovakia attempted assassination by some crazy leftist.
You said he's pretty conservative, right?
Yeah, populist kind of guy. Like cut fund, like I saw it as like pro Russia, but it was like cut funding for the Ukraine.
Okay.
Or wasn't trying to join the World Health Organization.
Yeah.
New World Order.
Yep.
Thing.
Yeah.
And then gets hit 4 times, and he's come out of like intensive care and into like life threatening or whatever.
Wow.
Moved one step up, but here's kind of the aftermath. It was like a 70-year-old like crazy guy, Slovakia.
Okay. Wow. Looks like they got the shooter at least, huh?
Yeah. They've already caught the guy, learned stuff about him.
Wow.
Acted.
Leftist.
He just got shot. Yeah.
Wow. Not good. Not good at all. Well,
that's what I got.
Awesome. Like that stuff. Good stuff. Thank you for that, Juice Man. Please subscribe to the show. Give us a little comment. Let us know if you like the videos. I enjoy doing those. My man's been crushing it, coming up with some good ones for us. So with that being said, I do think it's time to move on to the closing segment, which we like to call our Come On, Man segment of the day. This is when we find a clip of someone doing something, saying something that is so absurd, so ridiculous that even though we're going to make fun of them for a few minutes here, there's really not much else we could say to them except, come on, man. There it is. Perfect. So we all know it was Mother's Day this past Sunday. We all, whether you were with your mother, whether you spoke with your mother, you FaceTimed, you did whatever you had to do. Everybody, Mother's Day. It's a great day.
Or pray.
Exactly. Go visit, wherever they may be. So we unfortunately live in the year 2024, and we have to be subjected to videos from jackasses like this person who's a full-grown ass man cosplaying as a female, trying to manipulate his poor little kid into calling him mommy on Mother's Day. So I know you guys know where this is going. So Juice, why don't we just cringe together as this plays?
This Mother's Day is especially significant for me because it's the first Mother's Day that I am celebrating since coming out as trans and starting HRT. So it's kind of special. At church this Sunday morning, they gave all the moms carnations and letters saying Happy Mother's Day, and I was happy to be a recipient of one of those. I took it home and showed my daughter, and who is 8, and she said, "But you're not a mom." I said, "Well, yes, I am." And she said, "No, you're not." And the reason she said that is because my wife doesn't allow her to call me mom. I'm known as parent. So not dad, not mom, just parent, which seems kind of, makes me sad. I wish she would call me mom, but she doesn't. So I said to her, well, I'm a mom, whether you acknowledge that or not. I am still a mom. And to all those who are going through a similar situation, I see you. You are valid. If you are trans female and have kids, you're a mom. You're no less a mom than anyone else. Okay, so insist upon your identity. If you are a mom, you are valid. That is who you are. And I hope things change for me. But right now, that's just where my family is at. So from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all a happy and love-filled Mother's Day. Take care, my friends.
Absolute child abuse going on. Psychological child abuse.
No, the kid's like, the kid gets it.
No, of course the kid does, but imagine like
that's
doing that
a
to
child
your
abuse.
kid.
No, I
Or
am.
like,
Just because you don't recognize it. My
Oh.
identity. She said, insist upon your identities. Or something.
yeah,
Sounded
yeah,
like
she
violence.
insists upon something. Crazy. And you know, like dropping the at church. You know, this person's going to one of
The
those churches
carnation.
from the people that you shared that time. Remember?
The Sparkle Creed?
Yeah, the
And
Sparkle
we're
Creed
like,
Church. That's where that person's
yeah,
going.
BIPOC, transgender Jesus, remember? The lady.
Yeah.
The Sparkle Anthem.
Horrible. But compare that to the speech from the guy from the Chiefs.
Kiss?
Yeah. But talk about that. Like, that guy's talking about a church that believes in truth, is grounded in truth, and unapologetically preaches the truth. This jackass from the Mother's Day clip is going to a church that's just going to tell you what you want to hear, indulge in your fetishes and fantasies, and just promote false ideology. That's what they're going to tell you. It's a watered down self-help mockery of a church that person attends. Like, no self-respecting churchgoer should have to be forced to be surrounded by that. I'd be appalled. That would be the last day you would see me in that church if that was happening there, and they were giving out flowers to mothers and gave one to that guy. Horrible. Ugh. Stuff makes me so aggravating. And it's going to make me even worse when that same jackass tries to get a free dessert on Father's Day, too, to try and top it off. Going to double dip on them here. Try and get something for each.
So obviously it seems like it's a strong woman who is the wife, and then he went trans at some point, right? And the woman saying like, dude, you're not doing the mother bit. Whatever, you want to stay around being in our life, but like you're not the parent.
Person.
Yeah,
Go over
so
there,
that's
person.
Like, but like that's kind of great. Not great to see by any means. But like, yeah, dude, you're not the mother too. Like, you did this crazy thing, whatever.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna be like, yeah, the mother too.
Horrible. Yeah. No, we're not doing this. We're not playing this game. That's what she's saying. But and again, it's just it's mental disorder on full display, and it's just not good for anybody. Like, we poke fun at it a ton here, like, and laugh at the absurdity of it. But deep down, like, the root of this problem is it's sad. It really is. Like, that these people are so delusional, and instead of getting the proper guidance and help that they need, they're being pushed and guided.
Enabled.
In
Dude,
the exact
hashtag
opposite.
valid.
Enabled.
You're valid. You're valid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fight for your validity and your identity. Like, no,
Exactly.
it's unfortunate. Maybe let's not poke as much fun about them. Like how you said, have a conversation where you kind of got to move in there a little, you know, respectful and, you know, but there has to be a conversation.
It's
not
crazy.
an enablement. So,
and that's the problem. It's like they're going to go to like somebody, like a person like that. If they did get that truth spoken to them from a counselor, from someone like that, guess what? They're not going to go back to them. They'll just find a different shrink or a different doctor that's going to prescribe them the antidepressants they want, get them on the hormone treatment. They'll find somebody that's just going to agree with them because they'll be happy to cash the paycheck that they're getting from it. Like anybody that tries to tell that person the truth, tries to speak real to them and get them actual help. Like I said, the person's just not going to go back for another appointment. They're just going to tune them out. And that sucks. That's terrible. So I don't know. I think I've said about enough I have to say on that. You got anything else to add to this person? To person over there?
Parent.
All right. Parent.
Hashtag valid.
Yes. Parent. Hashtag not valid. You have earned yourself one big, fat, classic.
Come on, man.
And that is our show tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Go Bees, baby. Big win tonight coming our way. Gonna see you guys again next week, hopefully in the conference finals. We'll be able to kind of touch on that again. And until next week,
thanks for having me.
The Right and Wrong Show is produced by Juice. Executive producer, Juice. Audio mixer is Juice. Hair by Skull Shavers. Wardrobe and makeup by Ashley Ruka. Right and Wrong song created by Juice. The Right and Wrong Show is copyright 2022 from Brian Ruka.